Hey guys, I don't know why I'm so blue in this room. This room makes me blue. Doesn't make me sad though, just makes me blue. So let me see if I can get some light in here that will kind of prevent it from being so yucky blue. I don't know what it's all about with the blue, but I'm hoping some things will help. Just turn on some lights because it's kind of a gloomy day outside. It's a little bit, hey Amelia, it's a little bit kind of cloudy and overcast and just yuck. But it looks like I'm just going to be blue. So Smurf it is. Grandma Wrinkles, you do look blue as long as you don't feel blue. And I don't feel blue. I feel okay. I just look blue in this light. I got nothing. I don't know why. I'm probably better if I had this angled a different way. It probably would be better. But y'all don't need to see the mess that might be over there. Might be over there. Maybe. So, yeah, I don't know what it is. Something about the light that's filtering into the camera. That's probably better, but then you've got this big bright light back here. So I don't know. It's never going to be perfect because I'm just not, hey Kathy, it's Smurf time. I'm just not that technical person. I'm just not. So this is day 4 of intermittent fasting, and I think I've lost a pound, but it's probably water. Hey Kim. Let's see who else we've got here. Kim Stewart is here with us, and Kathy Eller. Kathy, did you figure out your shipping thing? And are there any questions that we can answer today about shipping? Because I know that shipping is tricky for a lot of people, and I'd be happy to do a screen share and kind of talk to you a little bit about anything that's tripping you up. Beverly Lambert is here. Hey, Beverly, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I just thought, hey, Kathy, appreciate you being here. I have started to make a cheat sheet, and I have to admit it, because sometimes I have struggle remembering who, who's who. So I have started a little cheat sheet of your screen names and what your actual name is, because I do like to call you by your real name. If you met me, you wouldn't call me socially awkward seller. I mean, that's kind of a mouthful. You could just call me Sarah because that's my name. But yeah, so I have made a little cheat sheet to kind of help me out until it's just embedded in my brain. So, and it's hard when I go from like, you're this person over, and it's true for me too, because my Facebook name is not socially awkward seller. So you decided to go the large flat rate for $18. That way they would know how much to pay. They would have known how much to pay anyway. I think that's where you're falling down. If you had used the region B, for example, and you put in the 3 to 4 pound rate priority mail in your listing, it would calculate that amount, for you. So for them, so they would know it's going to be cheaper for people that live closer to you and more expensive for people that live farther away. However, you're right, with the flat rate box, you don't have to worry about it. So as long as you've got a flat rate box available, then I think that you're fine either way. And especially if it's a lot of stuff, a large flat rate will hold a fair amount of stuff, especially little tchotchkes. Not exactly sure what all that you said you had in that lot, but that's a fair amount to pay. $18 is a fair amount to pay. So I decided today I do not have, hey Katie, how are you this morning? Thanks for being here. I do not have a lot of inventory to list. I have a couple of things. So there's 2 things that I'm going to try and get accomplished in the next, I don't know, hour or so. It could go a little bit longer. I'm supposed to have a local sale, but if I don't get contact from them, I'm just not going to worry about it, and I'll just keep going a little bit. But, oh yes, doorknobs and metal stuff from the old house. Yeah, I think that, and you'll put all the ties in a B. Okay. That's right. So that should be an interesting lot. And I would, if, is it up already, Kathy? Because I would love to look at that listing. Let's see. Let's see. Did you put that up as an auction? No, you just found the box. Gotcha. Okay, because I'd love to see that. You can just shoot me a private message if you don't want to make your store public, which is essentially what putting a link out would do. But if you don't care and you want to, once you get that listed, put the link over in the Facebook group, I'm perfectly fine with that because I'd love to see it. And it looks like that's kind of a popular like junk drawer lot. It looks like folks are using the word steampunk in some of these lots too. So that might be another keyword. Haven't decided to auction or just list. I've never had any luck with auctions yet. That's true. That's true, but according to the data, about 81% of these start at or sell as auctions for this particular type of item. So you may want to consider it. You know, maybe you put it up for 30 days at a fixed price. And then if you're just not getting offers or whatever on it, maybe you want to try and run an auction. Just for food for thought. Amelia, is that normal? I haven't run into it yet before. What is normal? Because I don't know what normal is most of the time. Yeah, just clarify that. And I have a bunch of clock faces and stuff too. I've been selling it off in small bundles so far. I bet you would get a lot of interest in stuff like that. I would think, especially if it's like cool, kind of kitschy stuff. Yeah, so that's fun. I'm just kind of interested in kind of putting together junk lots too, just for fun, really, just for sport, for entertainment for myself, to have a like a fun little goal to work for. And maybe that's not the smartest thing. But anyway, for the next hour, hour and a half, if I could just stay on a topic. Oh, I didn't see your message went past. I'm going to read it again. That's why I didn't know what you're talking about, Amelia. Let me look at that again. But I'm going to try and touch some of my listings that are not selling and probably, you know, could have a typo or could just need the title zhuzhed up a little bit. And then I've got a couple of pair of shoes that I want to work on cleaning up. So that's kind of what I'm planning to do. Let's see. Amelia says, I have an international non-paying buyer, and when I go to send them an invoice, it wants me to put the international shipping in, and it's supposed to be GSP. I don't think you can send them an invoice. I don't think you can send them an invoice because GSP has to send it. So, I think that's the problem you're running into. It's asking you to enter the international shipping, and you don't know what that is because it went through GSP. So, if they are, do you have like the automatic non-paying bidder thing set up? Because if you don't, wait a couple of days, or I don't know how many days it's been, open up a non-paying bidder and let that process work itself through. Kathy says she started collecting cat stuff. Someone will want that too. You're right, especially if it's really interesting cat stuff. There are a lot of cat collectors out there. I got a cat you could have. Not really. She's just making me a little crazy climbing up the curtains and stuff. I've never had that experience. Jax is just such a laid back cat, man. He's just a cool cat. And Sandy is like manic. So it's night and day. And we love her. You know, I was kind of complaining about her night before last. And to my husband, and he's like, yeah, just let it process. That is the issue. It's because it went through GSP and they've sent the invoice already. So because they can calculate all the customs and duties and all that, and the shipping. And you won't know what all that is. So just let that run its course. But cool that you sold something internationally. I don't normally run into non-paying bidders internationally, but you know. But anyway, I was complaining about this kitten to my husband and saying, you know, she's constantly in between my feet, and she's, you know, tearing stuff up, and she just cries and cries and cries and runs through the house. And it's worse when Jackson isn't in here, but she makes him crazy what he is. Like, she's jumping on his head, and you know, they're fighting, and sometimes it gets rough. But anyway, he's like, well, do you want to get rid of her? Do you want to give her away? And I'm like, shut up. Don't even say that. I'm just complaining because that's what I do. And I'm trying to get through this stage because I think she'll calm down when she gets a little older. I think she's probably around 7 or 8 months. So she's still a baby. So anyway, that's my bag, baby. That's what I'm dealing with. So I had to go through the Geek Squad this morning. I was having a lot of problems with eBay, like the website just being so slow. And you know, I got that hacking about 2 weeks ago, and I was just worried that there were still some lingering things happening there, so I had them kind of go in and clean up my computer. So I have been dealing with them this morning. My day has not gone anything like I planned, but that's the way it works sometimes. Let's see. It says I have an open offer, but I think I've already taken care of that. I have. So did get an offer this morning, and they paid. And I'll be posting this to my Instagram later, but I will show you on not a very effective way. But this is that Simpsons anniversary clock that I paid $6 for. I got an offer of $90 plus shipping on that. So that was a nice little sale after my piddly little sales yesterday. I'm hoping we're having a little uptick in sales. That's what I'd like to see. So I'm just going to go in. I'm at about 735 listings. And I just want to go in and look at ones that don't have many views and see if these are actually things that I should consider like taking out of my store, putting on sale. If they're not getting views, what can you do? Maybe play with titles. Which is there we go. So, wow, 20 people here. Wow, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate that so much. I also have been working on my Instagram just to try and get followers. And I know that's silly because it doesn't really, I don't sell or anything on there. But I'm just trying to see how many followers I can get. Wow, I'm just looking at a post by a girl called Thrift Hauling on Instagram, and she's showing how she cleaned the bottom of these Tignanello or Tignanello. I always say it wrong. Flats because they're white on the bottom and they're so clean. It looks like she used isopropyl alcohol which I know you can use to clean stuff, but wow, it is so cool. So clean. So that's pretty cool. So anyway, yeah. Try and clean up these words. This is an item that I might just keep if it doesn't look like it's going to sell. It's a pretty flower pot. And I only bought it because I thought it was pretty. I saw pretty. So we'll see. Hoping some of this, I could drive some activity. Cleaning up. Yep. So I'm really excited about thrifting next week. And going to Indianapolis. I may have to do some thrifting. Well, I'm not going to be home Saturday or Sunday. I'm going to be out of town visiting my family. I'll be home Monday. I just need a little inventory to last me like Friday and Saturday, or Friday and Monday. So I may have to work on doing that. Hey, Linda, thanks for being here. I know that you were watching home movies, not your own, someone else's. How's that going, and how many more do you have to look at? Hey, Will, people know my fascination with Great Britain. So yesterday I had to do some research because we're Americans and we're dumb. We don't care like about anything else outside of this country. That's a perception. So I had to do some research to figure out, like, when you say something, a city is in Kent or a city is in Essex or whatever, like, what is that? Is that a state? Is that? So I learned yesterday that those were all counties, and there are a lot of counties. I actually figured out that England is about, the country of England is about twice as big as the state of Ohio, a little bit bigger than twice the state of the state that I live in. So yeah, so I was doing my education yesterday. I don't know what the fascination is. For you, it's probably just where you live, and that's just the life you know. But I guess it's exotic because I've never been there. How are things going? Are people having sales? Is anything happening? You have Linda says she's got a bunch to go through, and now my projector is having an issue feeding the film at the beginning, trying to figure that out. I always suggest kicking it. That always seems to work for me. A good hard kick tends to like fix the problem or eliminate the problem, because now it's broken and you can't use it at all. So Hi, Diane. Thanks for being here. Your humor is just what I needed today. Am I being funny? Because I never know. Happy Thursday, Nana Beth. Appreciate you coming and being here. Um, Will, same here. One day you'd love to visit the vacation in the United States. Yeah, I know. I think there is that fascination with places, which I love to travel. I love to go places, even though I have a lot of anxiety about it and a lot of fear of it. I do really enjoy traveling and, meeting different people, eating different food, seeing different sights. So um, I think a trip to England would need to be kind of lengthy because there's so much to see than just the city, and it varies so much from north to south and the other countries and islands that are involved in the whole country. But coming here, you need about a month. You really need to take a month. A week vacation for an American is a standard, and so you would need, because this country is so big and it's so varied, just depending on what part you go to. Do you want um, like Icelandic, or do you want subtropical? Do you want desert? Do you want lush green? God, it's so varied here. You'd need a while, but yeah, we have this fascination with Western European, or at least I do, Western European, particularly um, travelers or folks. And actually, I love all. I'm fascinated by anybody that's not from here, just because I know how different life is in other places. So, yeah, I recommend that you come and visit if you can. Because it's really interesting here. There's a lot more that I would like to see here too. I haven't seen enough of this country either. Huh. This only has one view, and it's getting ready to end in a day. Let's see. Kim Smith. Buyer insulted my item and made me an offer. I almost did not accept it because of the insult, but money is money. Signed up for Mercari yesterday and started cross-posting. Sold an item already. That is awesome. I can't cross-post on Mercari, like my old stuff, because I don't have the pictures anymore and I don't want to haul it all out. So I wish there was an easy way to I wish it worked in the same sense as Bonanza, but I don't use Bonanza. I have before, I just haven't had any success. But yeah, don't you hate it when somebody insults you and you just don't even want to, you don't want to deal with them. And then you're like, are they really trying to insult me, or are they just not very good at expressing what they're trying to say? So you're right. Money is money. Will says that my son is coming to Canada, then traveling through the United States later this year for a few weeks. Well, I hope he loves it, and I hope he has great experiences. It will be really cool, especially if he's here in the summer, just to see. This is like, I know it's green there. When I went to the Middle East, it was a completely different experience because it is so beige. I know, but are they big enough, Linda, when you do that? Like when you download them, do they still have enough like pixel? I wonder. We'll see. I'm going to test that just in a minute. But yeah, when I went to the Middle East, it was so beige and it was so different, because it's different there where I was. It's not all Middle Eastern countries are like that, but I went to Jordan, and there's parts of Jordan that are very just brown, even in the summer. They're fine. Okay. Gotcha. I will try that here in a second because I would like to post some of this stuff over on Mercari. But and now that you can do it, I think from the desktop and you can add more pictures, maybe a game changer. Who knows? But and I probably still have pictures on the phone that I haven't deleted yet that I could do. But yeah, it's just here in the like the Midwest and New England, even the northern part of the Southeast where I'm from, not where I live, but where I'm from, it is so lush and green and you know, I'm you know, the rolling hill, like I'm from Kentucky and that's the rolling hills and just valleys and just gorgeous. I love it there. But that's what Anne does, and you did it too. Okay, good. That was my question is, would there be integrity in the photographs if I did that? So I'm going to try that. So, but anyway, I love seeing stuff, and I love lush green. I didn't mind the brown either because it was warm and it was the people were so wonderful. They really were. Huh. You would think I have I have a listing here for a phone charger cradle for like a home phone. I don't have the word phone in the listing anywhere. So that might be why it's not getting any views. Could be. So see what we can do here by getting a couple of sales. I did go in and I had to relist about 30 to 40 items that had ended this morning. I did go in and play around with the price of those a little bit, a few cents up and down. So I'm hoping that that will help them get sold. That's what I want, for them to be sold. Some items I don't expect for them to get many views, especially if they're a specialty part. For it's just going to take the right buyer coming along. Then I see this Caboodles train case. So it's one of the black Caboodles folding out train cases. And I wonder, it's got 282 views. It's on sale. And I just wonder why that thing won't sell. Do I have it priced too high? It's got best offer on it. Somebody could offer me lower. I don't know why that's not selling. Yeah. I mean, it's clearly getting views. So I don't know. Do not know. Beth, if you have watchers on an item and edit the price, it will send those watchers an email that you reduce the price. Even if it's 5 cents, it will generate an email. And you're right. You're absolutely right, Annabeth. And Will says, has the phone got any special functions? Put that in the title. Yeah, I'm just selling the charger for it. It's not the phone, but I mean, you're right. But I just can't believe I didn't have, yes, Caboodle's train case, Valerie. I just didn't have the word phone in the title. So here's hoping that will help it at least get some views. I mean, it can't can't get views. It can't get sold if it can't get views, or if it's not getting views. So there's another one updated. It's just been a slow sales week, so I'm just trying to do some things to maybe help my items get viewed, show some activity on my listings. Yeah, there are Popular Caboodles makeup containers. Maybe people are searching for that makeup case. I know, and I mean they're clearly seeing it, Valerie. I just don't know why they won't buy it. So I don't know if it's my price or if it's a matter of shipping, because it's kind of a bigger. It's not lightweight. Some things I just think I need to update my photos on. Maybe do a little magic. Tighten these up a little bit. What's all this emailing happening? Okay. Let's see about tightening up this picture. Free shipping, the shipping and the price, 1 day and 1 day. Yeah, I agree on the 1 day shipping. I am not a big fan of the free shipping because I know it will go as far away as it can go. I know it will end up going to California, and I think that might price it out of the. Let's see what they're selling for. I may just lower the price slightly and see what happens. Let's see. Yeah, I think it might be mine is just priced too high. Maybe, I don't know. May go back in and reprice it a little bit. Even with best offer, it may just still be too high to attract someone to have interest in it. Let's see. You had a free shipping item, put it 50% off, forgot to take free shipping off. Boy, they got a good deal. It had to go priority, rookie mistake. Yeah, and I make those kinds of mistakes now, and I'm still I'm not a rookie. You forgot the post is different in the States. It looks like a logistical nightmare figuring out the postage. It's not so bad. Like I could technically go in and figure it out, just putting in my my zip code and like a California zip code, and figure out what the shipping would be and what I would need to add. But it's very different because it could cost $25 to ship that thing to California. and it's only at $39.99 right now, $35.99 plus shipping right now. But yeah, it looks like I've got it just priced too high, so I may have to just lower it down a little bit. Like this one where they sold it for $20 with free shipping. I can't imagine what shipping costs you. I mean, unless you are a huge seller and you've got a bigger discount than I do. I don't know. You can send a small parcel under 2 kilos to anywhere in the UK. Yeah, I mean, we have some options that are flat rate. Oh, for £2.95. That's good. But no, it would even a 2-pound package. 2-pound package, unless it's going like a flat rate padded mailer. A 2-pound package will probably cost you $7 to next door here, to go priority mail. So let's see, and you're talking about 4 pounds, because that's 2 kilos, 4.5 pounds. Yeah, that would probably cost $9 probably to send next door, I'm guessing, but that's what I feel like it would be. Annabeth says, my March sales have been good. Everyone running out of tax refunds now. April, May will dip, people getting ready for school graduations, and also vacations. But I think this week has been slow, as was brought up to me, because it's spring break and it's Easter this weekend. So I think those may be some reasons why my sales have been off. And my March sales are off a little bit, but just this kind of week. This week has been kind of off. Let me see if I can find an item to go and cross post on Mercari. Let's see what I've got on the phone here. Let me try this little makeup bag. So. Do I have a balance? Do I? Balance. Yeah. Let's see. Transfer balance, which isn't much. That ain't much. Okay. It's a 4-day weekend here and a payday weekend, so fingers crossed people will feel the need to buy my stuff. I hope they do buy your stuff. Wouldn't that be nice? It's I guess it's a payday because it's around the first of the month. Because there will be people that are getting paid here. And but people get paid all times of the month here. Some people get weekly, some people get monthly, some people get every 2 weeks, some people get bi-monthly, which is different. Kim says they're downsizing and selling a lot on eBay, that you're preparing for retirement soon. I don't know if I'll ever be able to retire, ever. But I enjoy doing this, so. And I hate that this defaults to me paying the shipping on Mercari. I can see me easily making that mistake a few times. Pictures. What's retirement? Exactly. Yeah. Where's the main picture? Look at that. That's weird. Let's see. Didn't like that at all. Doesn't seem to be a picture of the front of this bag in the listing. Did I overlook it, or did Holly not take it? It couldn't possibly be Holly not taking the picture. Come on, man. Let's see. That sounds like a pretty sweet retirement to me. Our retirement means full-time eBay selling anywhere that it's 70 degrees and warmer. We don't like winter. I don't like winter either. So that pretty much sounds like heaven, not retirement to me. Hey, Andy, thanks for being here. Hope you got your, did you get your void tags that we talked about the other day worked out on your prom type dresses? I was wondering how that was working out for you. There's the front picture. Oh, good. That's good news. I'm glad that you were able to do that. For those clothing sellers out there, do you have a method that you use to prevent people from, an effective method that you use to prevent people from wearing your clothes and returning them? If so, what do you use? Let's see. So Andy and I had discussed putting an armband in like through the sleeve or wherever you could do it. You haven't changed your listings yet. Just got them yesterday. You also posted the formals on Facebook Marketplace. Offer up and let go. I hope you get some sales. That would be wonderful. All right. So, what are you telling me? Less than 40 characters. Fuck, it's shipping. I'm sorry. It's just every time you make any kind of change, it blobs out the shipping and you have to do it over again. Yeah, what do you want? There we go. Okay, let's see. They have them at Max Office Depot, the wristbands that we were talking about. Cool, that's good to know. Hey, Bluebird. I've been cross-posting to Poshmark a lot lately, and I want to talk about that. And Kathy said I sold a skirt. I sold a skirt out to the bunch my hubby picked up yesterday, Sag Harbor wool for $20. Size 22, $10 more than you're even. That's wonderful. I was just watching a video this morning about women's shoes on Posh. And then I watched some stuff about like how much Lord, how much cross-posting and parties and it just seems like a lot to me. Oh, for heaven's sake. Finally. And I don't know if if I can put that much effort into it. We'll just have to see. Hey, Gloria, thanks for being here. Appreciate you being here. I don't know if that's a school bus or what. Let's see what else I can list here. I might post this flatware there. Gloria says she went to the bins yesterday. We won't tell. Found a new Sony CD player, sold within 5 hours for $125. That is amazing. And Amelia says, I'm still nervous about cross-posting items. I just need to get over it. I'm nervous about it too, because I'm afraid that I'm not going to remember that it's sold one place and not remove it from the other site. So that's a real anxiety. And I think if you're going to consistently cross-post, if that's going to be the thing you do, you're just going to have to make it a habit to double check when something sells. And I have not built that habit in. So there's real anxiety there. So I don't blame you for being nervous about it. And Annabeth says zip ties are cheap. Right. And we talked about that too. My concern was zip ties are easy to replicate. So it's something it could cut off and put, just put one back on. I guess you could do some other things to kind of prevent that. But I did suggest to Andy that she could also write on that armband that it's void without that band on it. So Linda said that's why I stopped at 2 cross-posted listings. I sold one, and in the panic and stress I felt about getting to eBay to end that listing, it wasn't worth it. Right. And you're right, Kathy. No, Kathy. Jeez. The one you have to worry about is getting it off eBay. Yeah, that's where you're going to get the defect for it. So not on Etsy, not on Mercari. But the struggle is so real. Let's see if I can find this flatware. So I don't know that will sell on Mercari, but it could. Right? It could. They have such a like a low amount of characters that you can enter. In the title, there's only 40, so I've got to get rid of. I still have to get rid of 21 characters. Let's see. There we go. You limit the number of items on Poshmark. The thing that seems to sell them best and for the most money are specific brands and the latest styles from that brand. That's a smart method. I'm not very smart. Do this. This is home. Dining. Kate Spade, Newer Anthropology, and Tory Burch. In here. Yeah, I am really I think it's Germany. I'm really just looking at shoes. If I do Posh, it would be just shoes probably. Can I not do that? Okay. See, Andy says, I'm so glad I finally made a listing lunch this week. I have so much to list. I wasn't getting notifications, so I went back into your channel, and for some reason the bell was unrung. You can ring my bell. You can. Let's see, that's at $26.99. I did it right this time. I did it right that time. After all the hassle with the last one, I got it. Linda says, I was thinking about checking out Posh since I do so much clothing. Just not sure I would know which items were good for there. Even though I sell clothing, I know nothing about fashion. And I think that is what doesn't necessarily hold me back from clothing, but it would, if I sold clothing, it might hold me back from Posh too, because I don't know clothing styles. I mean, I know what I like, but I mean, shoes, I can usually spot trendier shoes. Doesn't mean I always buy them, but and I just haven't tried to sell shoes on women's shoes on eBay, and that's something I need to kind of look at. I just know that they're going to be higher returns than what I'm used to. I just know that. I know it. So let's see what else I can do here. Well, this guy is supposed to be available for this local pickup after 2:30, but I haven't heard from him yet. He said he would call me or text me this morning. Haven't heard a thing. Oh well. Oh well. It's a reel-to-reel player that I have listed on Facebook Marketplace, and it's one that needs some love. And I've just got it listed for like $30 or $40 or something. So I'm hoping that I will hear from him. But if I don't, it's no big deal. You know, local buyers flake regularly. I want these over there, but I don't think I have them. I don't think I have. Let's see. Getting closer. So this is the one I'm going to go in and take the pictures from. Let's see what happens. All right. Well, I have to give Mercari credit. Their photo editing software is really easy. There's not a lot of options. You can crop, but still super duper easy. Hey, Danielle. We are just hanging out and discussing Posh, and I'm listing some things on Mercari. And just trying to get our list on today. Hope things are well for you. Okay. Okay. I think that's all the cross posting I'm going to do. Right. So I know that on Katie Zilberberg's channel, I believe on her channel, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of next week, they're going to be hosting live listings. Of course, I won't be available Tuesday and Wednesday because I'll be I will be in Indianapolis shopping, hopefully. Hope that's where it finds me. And it may be a place where you can hang out and do some listing. That's what they're doing, a virtual listing party. I think that there is the Facebook page you would need to go to, and go to their Facebook page, and which I believe is Boss, BOSS, and you can kind of chime in there on the string that they have, the actual post that they have for checking in, and have some interaction there if that's something that you're into. They're going to handle it a little differently than I do these, where the listing party will be 5 hours long, and you just come when you can, and they're staggering them over the days so that some start earlier, some start later, and you just kind of follow along with your progress in the Facebook chat post, and you can actually watch you can actually watch live for an hour of that 5 hour period. So I just thought I'd throw it out there. So I think we're going to go until about 2 o'clock today. So about another 20 minutes or so. And if I can get some thrifting done, I may do a longer one tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Who knows what could happen? Anything could happen. Holly's texting me. You know, gotta step aside when Holly's texting me. She demands attention now. So I need to edit this. There's only one view. And it's probably not a very popular remote control, but hopefully playing around with that title will give it some more views. So I've got some lamb ribs. Figure out what I'm going to do with those tonight. And I don't know if I'm going to do these in the like the Instant Pot thing that I've got, which is not what it is. It's something else. And then do some lentils or rice or potato soup. Something like that is what I'm thinking. But clearly I don't have enough of them because I bought this pack that had 2 ribs in it. And I just did one side, and I forgot how much bone is in those. There's a lot of bone. So I cut them up and I did them in the pot. And my husband loved them, but they went fast. So I'm thinking I probably need to run out and get another package of them. So then I'll have 3 ribs, which will be more than enough. And he can do leftovers for dinner tomorrow night. So that's kind of what where I'm headed for with dinner. Yeah, Andy says hers isn't an Instant Pot either, but that's what she calls it. That's just what works for me. Mine is the power cooker from Walmart, and I love the theory. I love the how fast it cooks and how easy it is to use, but I must admit that the quality on those is not what you would see in maybe a better brand. So if I bought another one, it would not be another Instant Pot unless I got it maybe used or a really good deal so that it's kind of disposable. But I do love cooking in it, and we do use it a lot. Let's see what's wrong with this listing not getting any views. Ham and beans for you tonight. I love bean soup. I really, really do. I don't eat pork at all, but I used to. And this. But yeah, bean soup and cornbread. Oh my heavens. This is why I have this weight problem. Because I just love to eat. And not the healthy stuff either. You use yours mostly for chicken, pot roast, and hard-boiled eggs. And I use mine mostly for, I do a lot of beans, lentils, rice. I don't cook rice in it all the time because I know how to cook rice on the stovetop, and it's just as easy there. But anytime there's a piece of meat that needs to really be broken down, then I know I can put it in there. Potato soup, super easy. Just throw everything in the pot, turn it on. I know the potato soup will turn out beautifully. I do have a pressure cooker, Amelia. Um, and I love a pressure cooker. The reason I got this though was a couple reasons. One, I don't have to like guess. As a pressure cooker, I kind of had to guess like how long it was going to take, and I was okay with doing that, I guess. But this pot does not make noise like a pressure cooker. You know, my pressure cooker always makes that jiggly sound. You know that one. I can do it again later if you want me to. But there's that part of it. And um, you know, when this pot is done, I'm just gonna set it for however long, and when it's done, it'll just turn itself off and keep food warm, which is another beautiful feature. So plus this one is also a slow cooker and a rice cooker. So I have used pressure cookers. I love pressure cookers. This one is just so easy. Well, yours is like this. I don't know why I'm telling you this. You've got the Farberware one. You're just telling me it's a different brand. I don't know what I'm saying. Just pardon me. Mine does not have a space on the counter because I have such limited counter space that it does have a home up on top the cabinets. I keep it's not pretty, but I do keep some stuff like some bigger pots and stuff on top the cabinets. And it does have a home up there, but usually when I get it down, I'm going to use it for 2 or 3 days in a row, so it will kind of stay on the countertop. But I love them. Andy says she's missing beans and potatoes and chocolate and bread. Yeah, that keto thing, you don't get to eat much, unfortunately. So yeah, I'm just trying this fasting thing to see how it works for me. The jury's still out, but it's still too soon to tell. I usually just check in with my daughter in the morning to see how she's doing and give her encouragement and complain that I'm hungry. And I'm her mom. That's what I'm supposed to do. And then I'll check in with her, in the evening to, see how she did during the day and to give her encouragement, because we tend to, she was doing, which it's only 4 days in, but she wanted to do like the super, super, super strict diet and be fasting, only eating this 8 hours a day. And I'm like, how about if we just get used to eating only in this period of time, and then we really worry about zeroing in on our diet, because it takes several days for you to get used to fasting. Because when I do it long term, when I do it from sun up to sundown, it takes me several days to get over the headache, to get over the lethargy, to not want to kill people. I mean, it just takes a few days. So I'm like, work through those emotions, and then we'll work on, backing down carbs, or backing down fats or sugars, or whatever your thing is. So that's kind of my theory, but what do I know? I'm fat. I did eat bread in front of you the other day, and you were so strong. You just went right through it like it never even happened. So I was really proud of you. But I know you gave up bread, dairy, processed food, and only lean meat about 2 or 3 times a day, and only eat lean meat about 2 or 3 times a day. I know I don't, for me personally, I don't think that diet is healthy for me. Not that the diet that I have is healthy for me, but I don't want to go from, I'm talking about the keto diet, Amelia, not your diet. I think that those are the things that I want to give up, are breads, not all breads, but dairy and processed food for sure. Are things that I want to give up, but to go to the keto diet, I don't feel like it's healthy for me personally. And but other people seem very successful. I just don't want to go from a healthy diet to another, from an unhealthy diet to what I feel like is another unhealthy diet. I don't know that I can do it long term. Millie says an added sugar I've been doing for about a month. Like I'm not perfect. I had a really good cheeseburger last week, but for the most part, you've been good. Oh, not a day. You mean a week? Two to three times a week you have lean meat. Because I was like, that's pretty awesome. If you could have meat 3 times a day, that's awesome. But anyway, and how's that working for you, Amelia? I mean, are you feeling better? Like, what are some of the benefits that you have seen? I know that Andy's lost a bunch of weight doing her keto thing, which is wonderful. My sister is down, I think, 11 pounds, but I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. Let's see. Edit this. Feel a lot better. You haven't lost a lot of weight. Been sleeping better. I'm walking 4 to 6 miles a day, but you have more energy. And those are the things, I mean, those are the things that would be measurable and important to me. Of course, weight loss is important, but gosh, just to feel energized and like not so most of the time. Well, who knows? I'm going to turn the big 5-0 this summer, and I really would like to get in better shape. But I haven't done much yet to do that. We'll see. We'll see how this fasting goes. You know, the fasting that I won't do over the weekend because I'll be with family, and the fasting that I won't do on Tuesday, Monday, or Tuesday and Wednesday because I'll be with Chris. But, you know, we'll see. We'll see how I can do. The struggle is real. We live in a food paradise in the West. Food's easy to get and cheap, and we eat way too much of it. Trying to look for a couple more I can go through and edit here. Let's see. Kathy Smith says, my seafood and eat a diet and sit on my butt in front of my computer diet is working. I'm up at least 10 pounds. Also turning 50 this summer. Yeah, I always used to tease people that I'm almost up to my goal weight. So I understand. Amelia says I didn't go into for weight loss really. Like I'm overweight, but I just wanted to feel better. And I think that's like what would drive most people to lose weight is, yeah, you want to look better, you know, because we all have some level of vanity, but you really just want to feel better. You know, because being overweight, and I've been thin and I've been fat, you know, throughout my life. It's not just that your body is sluggish or you know, joints hurt or whatever, there are psychological, physiological differences when you don't feed your body well, and the thought processes that go with that, the amount of guilt, the shame. There is not only that, but will but just like, you know, you can get into this negative view of the world and yourself, and all, just there's so much that it's not just about your size. I mean, it has everything to do with your well-being. Will says he would, for his weight, he'd need to be 14 feet tall to be slim. It's a real problem. It really is. Andy says, I think being healthy is more important than weight loss. Emilio's walking that much is awesome. Agreed. I think that treating your body kindly should outweigh like your need to be thin to be accepted or to look a certain way. And I don't treat my body very kindly. Kathy says, I have congestive heart failure. You guys need to do something now while you still have time. I have to limit what I can do each day. And that's some of the things that I'm kind of starting to be fearful of as I get older, because, you know, every once in a while I'll hear, well, so-and-so died at 48. I'm like, oh, that's so young, because I'm past that now. Or at 52. And I'm like, I'm right there. And, you know, my mom has some serious health issues, and I just don't want to repeat that pattern. And, you know, diabetes, and which I like to call the Wilford Brimley syndrome, is a real problem in my family. There are members of my family that have diabetes, so there are things to consider. There, you know, I don't want to have to face those chronic health issues when I believe, for the most part, not everything, but for the most part, you can control those things with your diet. You know, like my high blood pressure, my asthma, and my and my sugars. You know, I don't have sugar issues, but I think I will. If I continue to go down this path, I will. Will says, what are we, 75% water? I'm not fat. My body is just flooded. I know I need to build an ark for this thing. But yeah, I really do want to kind of avoid some of those chronic, devastating health issues that are looming in my future. You know, that's hard. That's a hard pill to swallow. And I swallow enough pills in a day, trust me. So besides, my husband is young. I don't want him to have to, I'm not bragging, but I don't want to burden him with health issues. You know, I don't want him to spend his 30s and 40s trying to, you know, having to worry about taking care of me. That's not fair. It's not right. So I'm just going to do a little bit at a time until I get there. A little bit at a time. Linda says, yes, you are bragging. Maybe a little. Maybe I'm bragging a little. It's possible. Let's see. All right, folks, it's 2 o'clock. I think I'm going to round this out. I did get quite a few listings edited, and I hope that drives some sales. And I hope that you know, were able to get a couple of things done, even though I blathered. And I appreciate you all being here. And I will try to give you a little more notice tomorrow if I am able to go to do like a longer show tomorrow, because it's Friday. Let's wind this up. Getting a lot of stuff up and running on our websites, on our various platforms. I'm not going to sit here and talk for the next 12 minutes. Kathy, you are welcome for the shipping help, and just keep asking those questions. We'll help you. Bye, Will. We'll see you. Goodbye, everybody. You all take care, and I will look for you guys hopefully tomorrow. Thanks for being here. Bye.